What happens next is up to you.
So, Sam Fisher is back in the latest and much anticipated sequel in the long-running Splinter Cell series. Looking a little rough around the edges and maybe a little older and wiser too, Sam is back to prove that when it comes to seamlessly mixing stealth and action into one tidy package, nobody does it better. This time around, Fisher is much more brutal, as showcased in the raw, and it's got to be said really fun, interrogation sequences. Within a few minutes of starting up play, you'll pick up on the raw and personal nature of Fisher's story. Forgive the cliche, but this time, it really is personal.
Anonymous asshole who ran down his daughter and vanished. She was the one thing in his life that humanized him.
The first section of the game features a well-crafted and cleverly implemented tutorial. The level takes you through all the basic controls you'll need to master the game, whilst also dropping in bits of the backstory and keeping things moving. We like that. Well done, Ubisoft.
Dude, it's Ubisoft.
What? I've always said Ubisoft. Oh my god!
Dude, it's okay. It's okay.
Well, Ubisoft have crafted in some great new features in Splinter Cell Conviction. Firstly, you can now mark and execute your adversaries. Every time you kill a bad guy hand to hand, you're rewarded with an execute. You can then mark a number of bad dudes from the shadows, and with a quick tap, Sam will take them all out in one go. By default, you can mark 2 targets, but with different weapons and upgrades, which are available throughout the game and bought using points earned by achieving specific tasks, you can increase this to 3 and even 4, making those large rooms full of gun-wielding guards with itchy trigger fingers slightly less daunting. As well as a large range of weapons, Splinter Cell wouldn't be complete without gadgets. Sam Fisher uses his surroundings to his advantage wherever he can, yanking mirrors off cars so he can peek under doors, allowing you to assess the situation and decide whether you're sneaking in or going in guns blazing. Flash grenades, remote mines and portable EMP devices also feature. Used properly, the range of gadgets available to you will seriously improve your chances of getting through each level alive. As will a big gun. The game never leaves you hanging either, unless you've chosen to climb a pipe, of course. You are always being guided and move forward through the levels by text projections in-game, giving you hints on what to do next and keeping the pace of the story up at the same time. Because they're in the game world, this cuts down on HUD clutter too, which can only ever be a good thing in this style of game. Whenever Sam is in the shadows, the game world will turn black and white too, giving a striking indication that you may, however fleetingly, be safe. This is also a good cue to start planning your strategy for the upcoming section, or just to mark some unsuspecting targets from the darkness. Bang bang! The levels in Conviction are well designed, varied and fun to explore. From lurking in shadows at a fun fair taking out the people tailing you, to running full pelt through the streets of Washington DC after an assassin who just took out one of your contacts, the game never keeps you still for long. One of the storytelling devices used to great effect in Conviction, flashbacks and flashforwards, comes into full effect in an early level that sees you fighting on the streets of Iraq 20 years prior to the time of the main game. The style of play is always changing. You never get too settled into one way of doing things before it's time to reassess the situation and change your approach. It's a really refreshing touch and is one of the reasons the 8 hours the game will roughly take to complete absolutely flies by. The balance of stealth and action is spot on. Above and beyond the main campaign, the game includes a number of multiplayer modes. The co-op campaign includes 4 levels and is great fun to play through with a mate, whilst the deniable ops portion of multiplayer offers a variety of modes, including Hunter, where you have to eliminate all enemies in a certain area, Last Stand, where you must protect an EMP bomb from increasingly difficult waves of enemies, Horde, and Face Off, where you must fight another player in an enemy-filled map. Added value. Overall, Splinter Cell Conviction is a very successful reimagining of what makes a great Splinter Cell game. It's much more accessible without being watered down. It's not difficult to pick up and play, but at the same time isn't walk it through easy, And as ever, best of all, Michael Ironside is in it as Sam Fisher's voice.
Fisher, I used to work here.
Who's he?
Michael Ironside. He was in Total Recall, and Top Gun, and Starship Troopers, and The Perfect Storm. He's in one of the Command and Conquer games.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
He was in that episode of the A-Team where the taxi cab companies start a war with each other.
Oh, that Michael Ironside. He's wicked.
Strength.
Keep it real. Keep it GameTank.